tells Gen Alpha that everyone wants to be brain rotted like you. We need to stop doing that. Same with this guy. Although I will say it's very admirable how far he went to put Gen Z and Gen Alpha slang on a literal billboard.
Keep looking at me, keep looking at me. Look at
Oh my god, that's so bad.
Okay, let's go, read it. Look at that. This is it, come on. Come on.
Oh my god.
Okay, they'll go on the billboard. I'm gonna read it. This is a Skibbity shout out for seeing it, isn't it? You're on the billboard. I got the photo the other night. Photo. All good with that?
Yeah, okay. What's it for?
Let him cook. You just got caught in 4K. The Rizzler
Oh my god.
with the gat
So bad.
is
Why
keeping
would
it
you
lit.
make this? So busy.
Bussing, no cat.
Oh, seriously.
Slay queens. Don't get to Lulu.
Go home. Yeah, I think it's time to go.
There's no Rick here.
Yeah, there is.
Stay on that Sigma grind. It's giving. And always stay extra.
That is something those kids will never forget. Though maybe they wish they could. And make no mistake about it, like Gen Alpha is still controlled by brain rot. It's how they express all kinds of emotions. Do you guys remember the trend where girlfriends would ask their boyfriends, would you still love me if I was a worm?
Would you still love me if I was a worm?
Probably not.
Why?
You're a worm.
But I'm your worm.
Now Gen Alpha is asking their babysitters if their babysitters would still babysit them if they were a worm. And when the babysitter says no, Gen Alpha is very sad. Those texts are just amazing. But there is hope. Just because so many parents are raising their kids on brain rot, it doesn't mean you have to raise yours. And even if you have been, it doesn't mean you have to keep doing that. You don't have to be like the guy I know who bravely declared no iPads before age 4. You can give them the childhood that you had, or the childhood you wish you had. You can let them read books and not treat playdates like some kind of special event, but rather a regular feature of letting them play with their own friends rather than on the internet. Because think about it, we let kids spend so much time on iPads and on screens, and then we treat like playdates as this special reward that has to be scheduled. Why not flip that? Because when kids are just left alone with their friends, they'll create their own games, their own universes, all in the course of like 30 minutes. Because kids want to have fun, they're just such great stewards of life that like adults sometimes aren't. Kids will get so excited about an ice cream cone or playing tag, and they're often ready to start having fun as soon as you are. Look how these parents transform their daughter's Gen Alpha childhood into a real childhood. And we can all be like that. And what could possibly be more exciting or important? That girl is full of hobbies and passions. She doesn't think being interested in something makes her cringe. Gen Alpha's decline is a choice, and their rise will also be a choice. We can all make that choice right now. When we see situations like this at a kid's baseball practice, we should know it's time to burn the whole house down.
Last weekend, I decided to help my friend coach a youth baseball team with kids that are 10 to 12 years old. And my friend warned me about how these kids acted, but I was like, they're 10. How hard can it be? But I regret saying that now because I arrived to the game and immediately one kid got there late, so the coach asked him why he wasn't on time. But before he could answer, one of his teammates responded by saying, he was doing the 3 a.m. challenge with Livy Dunn. I immediately felt like I lost brain cells after hearing that sentence, but this is how they talk the whole time. They would only speak in brain rot terms. Luckily, I'm chronically online, so I know some brain rot too. So to get them to be quiet, I told them we were gonna have a mewing challenge just so I could get them to keep their mouths shut. That was the only thing that actually worked. And we were supposed to have flying cars by now.
The 3 a.m. challenge with Livy Dunn, bro. And the only way that they could stop talking was if the coach said, let's do the mewing challenge. Gosh, that is so smart, because of course they can't talk while they're mewing. This guy's a genius.
Give me a word that rhymes with wrinkle.
Sprinkle.
Yeah,
Sprinkle.
that's a good one.
Sprinkle.
Yeah. Look up there.
Sprinkle.
Okay, whoa there, teacher. We do not want to celebrate Gen Alpha knowing brain rot words just because they're technically words. Like you wouldn't celebrate an epileptic having a seizure in PE class just because it's technically exercise. Chuggy? What is a chuggy? I'm not ready for new brain rot terms. Are you kidding? There's new brain rot terms? The whole point of brain rot is it rots your brain. Like, you can't have new ways to rot your brain. Your brain's already rotted. Like, do we really want our Gen Alpha kids to be living in a senior home one day, confusing the staff by saying, wow, that meal was from Ohio? And the staff member looks at them like, actually, we made it in the kitchen. What are you talking about? Do we really want it to go like this?
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness.
If we don't, we need to start changing how we raise these kids yesterday. Like, if Gen Alpha can't write, then you'd think they'd at least be able to type. But tell me, whatever this is not worse than, like, hunting and pecking. This is like hunting and never even opening your beak. Like, what is this? That is not typing. And what's so sad is this girl, there's a good chance she's one of those Gen Alphas who thinks having hobbies and being passionate about something is cringe. And then you see the Gen Alpha girl who's born in the same year as any other Gen Alpha who actually has a real childhood and real hobbies. And you realize how contingent the Gen Alpha catastrophe is. Even the technology Gen Alpha uses is so straightforward and dumbed down for them that they never have to problem solve.
The thing that worries me the most about Gen Alpha is not how much technology they use, but how much that technology's been dumbed down for them. When I was 7 years old, starting the family computer meant waiting 5 or 10 minutes. In 5th grade, starting a Minecraft server meant running CraftBucket and terminal and port forwarding my parents' router. I arguably spent way too much time on the computer growing up, but alongside that, I learned so many technical skills that kind of snowballed into what I'm doing today. Feels like everything I spent time learning how to do growing up is now some kind of subscription model, or it's extremely dumbed down.
So that's why when anything gets hard in real life, Gen Alpha either gives up or asks an adult to do it for them. And if you still don't think the Gen Alpha situation is bad, look at this one thing Gen Alpha's doing that really sets them apart from any other generation in school.
I'm an elementary school teacher, and students have accidentally called me different names. Mom, Mama. But today, I was called a name that I've never ever been called before. And this is how I know that I'm teaching a different generation, the Gen Alphas. A student today accidentally called me Alexa.
Wow. I'm just glad the Gen Alpha didn't call her teacher Claude or Grok. I hope Gen Alpha doesn't call their dad Gemini and their mom Livy Dunn. But Gen Alpha doesn't have to call anyone anything unless we raise them to. The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars. It's not in our Gen Alphas. It's in ourselves. Thanks to our patrons Bob, Eric, Guy, Matt, Rasmus, Amal, M. Keaton, Nick, Magnus, Tito, Shadow, Hyper, J. Kendall, John Anthony, Cam, J. Celia, Sammy Cool, and our newest patron, Scott Shields.